Building on our understanding of how a trustee's sale operates and the actions that can stop it, it is important to explore the two main foreclosure processes recognized under Arizona law: judicial foreclosure and non-judicial foreclosure. Both processes serve the same purpose: to allow a lender to recover the property and unpaid debt when a borrower defaults. However, they differ significantly in procedure, timeline, cost, and borrower rights, particularly with regard to court involvement and redemption periods. In Arizona, the type of foreclosure that applies depends on the security instrument used when the loan was created. When a property is financed using a mortgage, foreclosure must proceed through the court system and is referred to as a judicial foreclosure. When the financing instrument is a deed of trust, the lender can foreclose without court involvement through a non-judicial foreclosure, commonly called a trustee's sale. A judicial foreclosure, governed by ARS, paragraph 33-721 through paragraph 33-729, begins when the lender files a lawsuit in superior court to obtain a judgment against the borrower. The borrower or defendant has the opportunity to respond and defend against the foreclosure by raising issues such as improper notice, lack of standing, or loan servicing errors. If the court finds in favor of the lender, it issues a judgment of foreclosure, ordering the property to be sold at a sheriff's sale. The sale is conducted by the county sheriff, and proceeds are used to pay the debt, court costs, and any junior lien holders. One key feature of judicial foreclosure is the borrower's statutory right of redemption. After the sheriff's sale, the borrower has the right to reclaim the property by paying the total amount owed, plus interest and fees, within a specific time frame. Under ARS, paragraph 1282, this period is 6 months for occupied or agricultural property and 30 days for abandoned or non-agricultural property. This redemption period allows the borrower one final opportunity to regain ownership and protect any remaining equity in the property. For example, consider a homeowner in Tucson who defaults on a loan secured by a mortgage rather than a deed of trust. The lender must file a lawsuit to foreclose. After the court orders the sale and the property is auctioned, the borrower retains 6 months to redeem it by paying the debt in full. If the borrower fails to redeem during this period, the sheriff issues a sheriff's deed, transferring ownership to the winning bidder. In contrast, a non-judicial foreclosure, governed by ARS, paragraph 33-801 through paragraph 33-821, occurs when a loan is secured by a deed of trust. This process eliminates the need for court involvement, which makes it faster and more cost-effective. The lender initiates foreclosure by instructing the trustee to record a notice of trustee's sale, providing at least 91 days' notice before the auction date. The notice must be mailed to all interested parties, published weekly for 4 consecutive weeks, and posted conspicuously on the property. Once the notice is recorded, the borrower has the right to reinstate the loan by paying all delinquent amounts before the day of the sale, under ARS, paragraph 33-813. However, after the sale takes place, there is no right of redemption. Ownership transfers immediately to the highest bidder through a trustee's deed upon sale, and the borrower's interest in the property is permanently extinguished. This makes non-judicial foreclosure far more final than judicial foreclosure. To illustrate, imagine a homeowner in Mesa whose home is financed with a deed of trust. After missing several payments, the lender directs the trustee to record a notice of trustee's sale. 91 days later, the trustee auctions the property. Once the sale concludes, the borrower loses all rights to reclaim the property. No redemption period applies. Judicial and non-judicial foreclosures also differ in terms of deficiency judgments. In judicial foreclosures, a lender may seek a deficiency judgment if the sale proceeds do not satisfy the debt, unless the property qualifies for protection under Arizona's Anti-Deficiency Statute, ARS, paragraph 33-729. In non-judicial foreclosures, lenders are prohibited from seeking a deficiency on qualifying 1 or 2 family dwellings of 2.5 acres or less used as the borrower's residence under ARS. Paragraph 33, 8114G. This statutory limitation provides important protection for homeowners, particularly in the context of residential trustees' sales. From a licensee's perspective, understanding these differences helps ensure clients receive accurate, compliant information. Agents must not give legal interpretations or advice, but should be able to explain the basic procedural distinctions, timelines, and consequences of each foreclosure type. Under Commissioner's Rule R428 R1B, the agent's role is to educate and refer clients to qualified attorneys or housing counselors for advice on rights and remedies. Discussion: why is a non-judicial foreclosure faster than a judicial foreclosure? Answer: because it does not require court involvement, allowing the trustee to sell the property after giving proper notice. What major right does a borrower retain after a judicial foreclosure, but not after a trustee's sale? Answer: the right of redemption, which allows the borrower to repurchase the property within the statutory period after the sale. Why might a lender choose a judicial foreclosure over a non-judicial foreclosure? Answer: if the property does not qualify for anti-deficiency protection, and the lender intends to pursue the borrower for any remaining debt after the sale. Review summary: Arizona recognizes two distinct foreclosure types, judicial and non-judicial, each with different procedures and borrower protections. Judicial foreclosure involves the courts, resulting in a sheriff's sale and a post-sale redemption period. Non-judicial foreclosure, or trustee's sale, is conducted outside of court and offers no post-sale redemption right, making it faster but more final. Judicial foreclosure allows potential deficiency judgments, while non-judicial foreclosure typically prevents them for qualifying residential properties. Real estate professionals must understand these differences to properly inform clients of their options and ensure compliance with Arizona law while remaining within the limits of their professional authority.